Hello everybody, back at it again with some more Outer Worlds 2, different session, but I'm picking back right where we left off on the continuation to finish this game. We're actually making fantastic progress. We just recruited our last companion. I think the current plan is we need to, which one is it? Recover the crash data from the telemetry set. It is on Eden. Yes, Eden. Go to Paradise Island. And we'll pick up this. Hopefully we'll be able to get both of the factions to come together. And then they can help us get into the archive. Which is the next big main quest. So, yeah. Hoping to knock this out. We're doing pretty good.
Commander, a moment of your time, if you would.
Oh yeah, Tristan.
Commander, I'm glad I managed to intercept you before we left. There's something at the forefront of my mind that I'd care to discuss.
I can spare a moment. What's up, man?
I received a message from a close friend of mine, Virgil. He was my co-protege under the Supreme Arbiter. His message claimed he had information relevant to the Supreme Arbiter's death. He wishes to meet with me at the Vox Relay on Paradise Island. You asked before, and I did not mention it. But with Virgil's message, I now must warn you. Our greatest suspect in the Supreme Arbiter's murder is the Protectorate's consul.
You mean the super evil guy that definitely didn't have their their leader lobotomized? Okay. Why is the consul your biggest secret?
Our
suspect?
mentor always disdained him thoroughly, and he our mentor. If anyone would have had reason to slay her, it would have been him. But we have needed evidence. Evidence that I believe Virgil now possesses.
Okay. How close were you and Virgil exactly?
I would gladly give my life for his without hesitation, and he for mine. We are brothers beyond blood. It has been some time since the two of us last crossed paths, but little shall have changed between us. Of this, I have no doubt.
And you're sure your co-protege can be trusted?
If there is one person throughout all of Arcadia who I can presently trust, it is Virgil. He too seeks the perpetrator of the Supreme Arbiter's death, and he too supports the Sovereign over all else. And that's without mentioning our lifelong friendship.
Okay. If you two work so well together, why isn't he here with you?
It was actually his suggestion we divide and conquer.
Oh.
As our operational philosophies differ ever so slightly, this seemed a good plan. Virgil often prefers to watch rather than act, and was often lenient with sentencing where I was not. This behavior was often criticized by the Supreme Arbiter, but there have been occasional rare instances where treating a subject with mercy ultimately resulted in better behavior. It is a novel, albeit strange, philosophy.
I look forward to meeting him.
Very good. I hope we shall see him at your earliest convenience. I feel this shall most certainly set our investigation into motion.
Okay, well, I guess we know one of our two companions that's coming out with us. Paradise Island? That goes so hard, man. Yeah, you know what? Let's rock the boys. Heck yeah. I just now realized, by the way, that they have the majority of our companions are female. That's actually pretty cool. It's not a lot of times you get like a more higher concentration of female companions, especially in the game that doesn't even have romance. You know. Okay, so we have two objectives coming here. One is to recover the data from the satellite. The other is to rendezvous with Virgil. Okay. I think we'll teleport here, talk to Virgil, and then I'll go hit this rift anomaly as I go back across the bridge to then go to the crash site. Easy. We're knocking objectives out like they're candy from a baby, I guess. I don't know. That was a bad analogy. Okay. Get the sniper rifle out here. I don't think we should have any combat here. I think we should be clear. Strange that we're trespassing.
Stop right there, Arbiter Rao. Though I am here on official business, I would prefer to keep this cordial. The Consul seeks answers related to your recent activities. I approach you openly in the hopes that you will comply with his request and come with me peaceably.
What do you blather about? Delay me and you will pay the price. Not only do I have more pressing business with a colleague, but I do not answer to Sentinels
he's got his brother.
the Consul.
If the Consul's goons know what we're doing, we may be in for more trouble than expected.
Your friend is wise. I constructed the message that drew you here.
Yeah,
Virgil
they definitely
shall
have
not be arriving.
captured
I
his buddy.
recommend you lay down your weapons.
Virgil's not coming, you say?
Oh,
Curious. And here I was thinking I was
That's-
already
that's-
present.
oh my God!
Virgil, touting your flair for the dramatic, even now I see.
I was for sure they had him
But I
captured.
fear our reunion must wait until we've dealt with this pawn of the Consul.
I had not expected a third party, but it is so much the better. I'm afraid you must come with me as well, Arbiter Montag.
A sentinel demanding anything of me? What madness! Neither Tristan nor I shall accompany you anywhere. Any attempts to force us shall be met with violent reprisal.
Okay. The Sentinel said he sent the message to meet here. How did you know where we'd be?
I'm sure he only told you such a thing to lower your guard. All the easier to slide a blade between your ribs. This fool impersonated my credentials, triggering a system alert that led me here. A lowly deception, even for one of the Consul's own.
It was a necessary deception, and one not undertaken lightly. Its aim was to draw your colleague here without bloodshed, for I know he would not have arrived at my request.
Okay. You mean there hasn't been any bloodshed? Actually, let them talk.
Your explanation does
Hold on,
not
take
pull
it.
my heartstrings, Sentinel. Yet you at least had the sense not to assail us outright. Surrender, and perhaps you may yet live.
You may not believe me, but I have much admiration for the work you and Arbiter Montag have done for the Protectorate. I've no wish to fight. Enough loyal subjects have died in this war. Come willingly and peaceably, I beseech you.
What actually does Tristan have to explain? I thought Arbiters acted with impunity.
Both Arbiter Rao and Arbiter Montag were explicitly requested to return to Praetor by the Consul, alongside all other Arbiters some months ago. Refusal without reason is treasonous.
And I'm sure that if we went,
purged
we would
the
have been
Jedi
returned
Temple.
whole, neither interrogated nor mentally refreshed. As if your master's nefarious agenda would allow that.
I've no inkling
these
of
people
what you
executed
speak.
Order 66
My
on these
only
Arbiters.
master is the Protectorate. My only agenda, the return of peace throughout Arcadia.
If you want this to end peacefully, follow my lead, buddy.
Very well. But be warned, I'm not exactly trained in the art of improvisation. We'll need a very good reason for my not answering the Consul's summons.
Wow, we don't have science. I'm actually a criminal Arbiter Rao has been tracking. He showed me the error of my ways.
Come now, do you expect me to believe that? Not only are you not in shackles, but you're also still alive. I can't imagine Arbiter Rao would have allowed that willingly.
I was leading him to my criminal hideout until you stopped us.
Yes, we were going to find their stash of contraband Protectorate rations, with all the labels crossed out. Architect preserve us.
I see. It would appear I misjudged this situation after all. I must reinterpret my orders. Accosting you illegally and the subsequent punishment would be mortifying.
So he's chosen not to attack, but the situation has not changed. We spare him. His master gains another tool to cover up the Supreme Arbiter's death.
What are you talking about? I do not seek to hide the Supreme Arbiter's death. I seek to find her killer. Such was next on my list of duties, after I apprehended you.
With this many people investigating her death, we should have her true killer by lunch.
This is all clearly a tactic on the Consul's behalf. By sending out his agents, he seeks to deflect suspicion from himself. That is, if our compatriot here speaks true.
What must you think of me, or my fellow Sentinels, that you'd even suggest I'd lie to Arbiters? I'm not the one positing scurrilous accusations about our beloved console. But you needn't take me at my word. My next assignment was to investigate the Oculus collating post. A hidden room there may contain information pertinent to the investigation.
A hidden room, eh? Even the Proctorate's got things they don't want to see. Let's see. Secret rooms don't seem very proctored. How do you know about it?
Secret is a misnomer. The room appears to have been built by mistake, but someone forestalled its demolition without marking it on station blueprints. This is what is suspect.
Or it is yet another falsity, intended to draw us close before snapping our necks.
It's a risk worth taking. I can endure whatever the console sends my way, and if there is a minuscule chance that this Sentinel speaks true, we must investigate.
I'm pleased to be of service, in some manner or another. Protectorate subjects should aid one another.
You seem awfully pleased for someone who's about to report a failure to their boss.
If you had not interrupted me, I would have committed a terrible injustice upon my brethren. If I am to be punished for my failing, I will suffer the consequences head high. I will take my leave of the lot of you, and in peace. It is my sincere hope that circumstances are as you claim, lest we be forced to meet again.
I shall follow him out, just to certify he intends to act as he speaks.
Okay.
That's done with. He left peaceably, as he said, though I have my doubts for how long.
That was some impressively savvy improvisation before, Commander. Without you, circumstances would have certainly devolved into a battle to the death.
I got good practice making customers believe I liked them and did not want to kill them.
I'll spare you my doubts for the umpteenth time, Tristan. I just hope the risk is worthwhile.
I appreciate your caution, but it is quite unnecessary. My comrade and I will look into Oculus collating post. Let us do just that.
Let's get
I
moving.
regret we've not had more time to talk, Virgil. It has been ages.
Worry not. I'm certain we'll have plenty of time to converse when you've finished your investigation. I have several leads of my own to pursue, as a matter of fact. Until our paths cross again, my friend.
Okay. Let us skedaddle. Well, actually. Yeah, I want to see what's. You know what? It's probably nothing crazy. If I'm not mistaken, that was the camp for the cult, and I can't imagine there's anything crazy in that. It was probably just like a thing to help me with that fight. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go to the objective. Also, we got a Proctorate person in tow, which may even help us more. Yes, yes. I am sad that we didn't recruit Tristan earlier, because I feel like he probably would have gave us some cool kind of insight and stuff. Like when we had interactions with like other factions, he probably would have been cool to have around. It sucks that I only found him near the like end of like. I don't know if I just called this axe. I mean,
Take a look at those corpses they've got strung up. Wait. Some aren't dead yet.
yeah, they're into some pretty morbid stuff up there, Niles, man. Better not to think about it. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, minefield. It's me getting on Twitter, man. Just bobbing and weaving, trying to duck all the negativity. Dead person. Hello.
What fortune! Our technician manifests at Halt there.
Oh.
You match the description of the technician we have been vigilantly awaiting, but as they say, assumptions made are mistakes readied. Present yourself, so that I may take the measure of you.
I could do a twirl for you if you'd like.
What are they teaching you machinists these days? Some might label me mistrustful, but I wonder at your sudden assignment to this matter. Your tardiness, too, invites questions. It raises doubt you are even who you presume to be.
We can stare it down. Let's just stare it down.
On second appraisal, I see I was mistaken to doubt you as a resolute subject of the Protectorate. You clearly carry yourself as one with a fearsome purpose. You may avail yourself of the satellite. Matriarch guide you in your work.
Let me at this. Yes. Retrieve the data. And we did so peacefully. Okay, well, that's this planet done. I'm back on the ship. And we're off. Easy. Easy peasy. Like I said, I want to clear out my whole quest log. It's going to be so nice, so neat, so tidy. It's going to be so good. Hey, Tristan. He's like, I don't want to talk to you. Where does... Actually, this is Tristan's, yeah. Ooh, Tristan gets his own location. I guess we'll knock out the Tristan thing. At least I hope this is it. Yeah, okay. We'll bring Niles, because he's... Oh, hey.
I'm glad we made it off Greater Tranquility Station. Presumably the delegates did as well. I'm pleased we prevented their murder. But they remain my enemies, peddling a false peace. Furthermore, your choice to spare De Vries caught me off guard. Did she not harm you? Kill your compatriots? Can we be certain she shall not visit more harm yet? I only hope we do not pay for this decision in the future.
Yeah,
Let us focus on the task at hand, saving Arcadia from the rifts.
Evidently, we could have had him for a while, and we've just been missing him for a long time.
I recall this place. These stations have been automated since my day, though this one has certainly accrued dust. Odd that it would be in a state of lockdown. I have a general override that should allow us entry, but anything specific to local systems, including security systems, may be beyond me. What in blazes? These security measures should not be operational, and the station seems to be on reserve power. We'd best tread carefully.
Let me know when you need a stretch.
The most ignoble place to end our days. Ready to dispense
Oh god.
judgment.
Oh my god. Dude, that's so stupid. I'm not gonna lie to you. Both my companions just not wanting to make a trip through the freaking death beams gets me killed. Beware the traitor's tongue, report idle chatter. Override. Then Simpson a new line. A mutterings up was no longer required the presence of dutiful tenders. To find a new find ourselves replaced. Docking, log port, malfunction. Ooh, choose a arbiter. Oh, we could have got a trench shotgun so early in the game. That's crazy. What am I noticing? It's these plates, but I don't know what those plates do.
Well, no one is here, lying in ambush. Perhaps some stray systemic error activated the entryway defenses. We'd best first report to security. It seems our intelligence was correct. There's clearly a door here, and I would hazard that we'll be able to open it somewhere on station.
Oh? Does this seem suspicious to you?
I find this entire situation suspicious.
No.
Protectorate engineers err very infrequently, and an error as extreme as this room's presence should have been rectified. But I digress. We should make sure the station is at full power. If there's an override, that's the only way it will work. Let us go. I feel a strange sense of nostalgia being here, and I do not enjoy it.
It's very, you know, worrisome because, like, you know, when you're on a station like this in, like, space, right? What's to stop, like, I don't know, them just sending a cruiser just to blow you up? You ain't surviving.
A footprint in the dust?
Where?
This station shouldn't have received visitors in years. Be on guard. Someone else may be here.
I don't know where he saw the footprints, but apparently he saw footprints. We're about to get attacked by robots. Almost guaranteed. The chalkboard, a half-erased notes, read between the lines. Mechanicals can't play pitch ball.
My passcode shall not work on this terminal. Unlocking it may be a creative endeavor.
Well, thankfully, I'm pretty creative. Or you can input the passcode, or we can just press keys at random.
Good effort lifting the lockdown. We may now reactivate the station in the reactor room.
I don't think I disabled the robots. Okay, I just had to check. Okay. We gotta check the toilet just in case anybody's hiding in here, you know? We discovered there might be someone on the station, so who knows where they're hiding.
The reactor activation circuits shall likely be dysfunctional. It's a known issue with these old stations. Let me look.
Where'd he go? Oh, he's coming down here to look at the wires.
Corroded transistors, dust in the actuator. Did a sprat gnaw on this? Sweet sovereign, what a mess. There. I think I have it. Let us hope my override does not trigger any security alerts.
Let's hope so too.
Good. This should avail us of a much simpler search. Let us return to the central room once more and see if anything seems out of place. Prosecuting! Viscerally!
Hey man, the trench shotgun. Not to be messed with.
I cannot say I have had to search for a hidden switch in a protectorate holding before. Keep watch. It could be rather small and well hidden.
I'll be honest, I thought it was gonna be it. Okay. Oh, what the heck?
Ah, I think I've spotted it. Look there at the valve beside the sickly yellow pipe. There behind the room's main pillar.
No, it was this. I thought it was that button. I keep thinking those are buttons, but I don't think they ever are.
There. I'm certain of movement below. Gird yourself with determination, for it seems I was correct about another body being here.
Passcode is limber. No. Let's try amulet. No. Wingtip. No. Sovereign's gavel. I should remember this. Damn it.
I don't think you're supposed to be here.
Oh! Wait. Oh, no.
Stay whatever fool words you ready in your defense, for they shall avail you not. I accuse you of trespassing upon the private domain of the Sovereign. For these crimes... Wait. I know you. Luther Okada? What in blazes are you doing here? And why do you wear a Sub Rosa uniform?
Because I work for Sub Rosa? More than that, I don't think I can say, Cadet Rao. Mostly because I'm not supposed to, but also because I can't remember.
Tristan, you know this guy?
Okada is, or was, a petty troublemaker, though a crafty one. As cadets, Virgil and I apprehended him often. Sometimes Virgil let him go, but he usually went to mental refreshment.
Often enough to know the technicians by name. Until I forgot them again.
This truly is no ploy. But mental refreshment is supposed to return wayward subjects to the proper path, not cause Whatever this is, despite his faults, the Okada I knew was ultimately benign. But the fact remains that he now trespasses in a secure facility. Duty dictates that I must execute him.
We should interrogate him.
That's a wise path. One that shall give me time to contemplate what must be done.
An arbiter used the word execute in the last few seconds, yet I remain alive? Didn't think that was possible.
What exactly were you supposed to be doing here?
I was sent here to do a specific job, but some of the details are hazy. Gives me conniptions.
I can tell you're not stupid. If you want to live, talk. Yeah.
I was hired by an anonymous third party. They provided me with the station's location and credentials to bypass its
Okay,
defenses.
so the consul sent him here.
May have tripped a few on my way here. Can't recall. I was told the station was abandoned, which it clearly isn't, and to break into this terminal and delete the information on it. That is all I know.
Okada, do you know whose terminal this is?
I don't even know the name of this station.
Ignorance does not excuse criminal action. Even if you did not know the severity of this infiltration, it remains a deadly serious infraction.
What do you remember about Tristan, if anything?
He and the other one must have put me away close to 12 times each. I used to be something of a ne'er-do-well.
So he got mental refreshed like 24
Ne'er-do-well
times.
is a polite term. He was a repeat malefactor. I believe last time we met, he'd vandalized a janitorial automech in an attempt to make it spew profanity.
I got 18 months of hard labor for that. Served me right.
In some ways, this guy seems out of place as I am. Isn't that kind of weird?
As much as I'd prefer not to admit it, you may be right. Whoever hired him must not have known about his addled mind. They were moving quickly, desperately.
I didn't used to be like this. I can still sneak with the best of them. Not being able to remember doesn't make me any worse as an agent. It doesn't.
Any of my fellow arbiters would have killed you before this conversation began. But I can't decide whether to disdain or pity you.
Alright, I made my decision. We should let him go.
I don't know that I can. He is a trespasser. His slipping mind matters not.
We have established that Okada's a pawn in someone else's game. What would killing him serve?
My duty dictates it. Killing Okada may not affect the one who hired him, but his trespass is an indelible fact. He should not be here.
Should we technically also be We're also trespassing, aren't we?
That doesn't mean anything. An arbiter cannot trespass. And even if I could, I still act with the Protectorate's best interests in mind. Not out of some base self-interest. Were the situation different, perhaps I could look the other way. But Okada has clearly defected, and is thus not afforded such a luxury.
As your leader, I'm asking you to trust me here.
You have my trust. But if I am to remain loyal to my morals, I must be convinced.
He came in here under false pretenses. Doesn't that matter to you?
I am familiar with the concept.
I don't
but
think
in
this
the
guy's surviving, by the way.
Intent matters little. Manslaughter still results in death. Sedition can happen unconsciously, just as it may consciously.
How can you care for justice if you see no distance between manslaughter and murder?
There is a difference. A murderer's family is imprisoned, whereas they are not in the case of incidental death. But I do suppose the perpetrator's punishment does not change. Though this is hardly the place for a discussion about protectorate law, I do at least see your point.
I've said my piece. Spare him.
It is fortunate you have gained my trust, for I would not bend to one who had not. Justice must serve a purpose. Okada may live, and I hope we shan't regret it. Begone. You've been granted your final stay of execution. Should our paths ever cross again, you know what will occur.
I didn't think this would happen. Thank you, Cadet Rao. My apologies for all the strife I caused over the years. And you, without you, I would have been reduced to my composite parts. Here, take these. I suppose you'll have more use for them than I, in my present state.
Well, don't let him get back on there.
Allowing a Sub Rosa agent to leave with his life in the heart of a protectorate station. We may have to speak on this further. But let us see what we came here for first.
Terminal locked. Maximum incorrect access. Sealing the chamber until the user is confirmed by login. Please enter the password. Self-reminder. So the code laps your memory. Recall judgment serves the Arbiter's hammer. What is the Arbiter's scalpel?
The hint pertaining to the passcode on that terminal. I believe I know the answer. It is contained in a phrase the Supreme Arbiter drilled into our heads for many years.
Wait, let me try to guess it.
Our work at the refugee camp did not slake your investigative hunger? I doubt you'll be able to surmise it exactly, but come even close, and I shall be impressed. For myself, the Supreme Arbiter, and Virgil especially, if judgment is the Arbiter's gavel, what is the Arbiter's scalpel?
No, well, okay, well, invest observation made it easy. If it's specific to the three of you, must be evidence gathering and/or investigation.
Ah, you've got the spirit exactly, if not the word itself.
Okay, well, I was hoping I could at least try to
An
guess.
Arbiter's gavel is judgment, and an Arbiter's scalpel is analysis. Try entering that.
Okay. Enter analysis. Welcome, Supreme Arbiter Marthana Andros. Messages. To the console. Message was deleted 236 days ago. To my most esteemed sovereign, I must message you to inform you of a recent casualty estimate of my arbiters. In the last year of fighting, we've lost several thousand of Arcadia's finest. This doubles those lost in the first 2 years of fighting together. Each subject taken from us and the Proctor's enemies have been revenged 100-fold, but the losses continue to mount. I know that whatever pain I feel is only a fraction of what you feel for the loss of your people, just as I know that you most assuredly have a plan for the deliverance for our many foes. I urgently await your command. I have awaited it for each day for the last 3 years. The consul has requested a meeting with me at my quarters on Praetor. Exact intent uncertain, but no doubt it involves some convoluted justification for his latest stratagem. It's as if you can see when I'm both at my busiest and least interested in seeing him. The execution he broadcast of those captured exemplars was barbaric. Were those not once our siblings? Could we not have at least interrogated them, broken them, and perhaps impressed a few of them back into Protectorate services? He is a brute who can only see violence as a solution to every problem, but I know it would be a mistake to ignore such a request as this. Perhaps one of my pupils can handle my duties in my temporary absence. I've never expected it necessary to return to a location after its automation. The Sovereign has assured us that the central control is perfectly safe, yet as we saw in Golden Ridge with the complete withdrawal of our forces some months ago, the old assumptions are so much cosmic dust. This shall be my secondary office. Scurrying about like an insect is immensely dishonorable, but if I am killed, I shudder to imagine what will become of my arbiters. Preventing my room's demolition during the retrofitting process was a prudent move, if only I could convince the Sovereign to use the same prudent when committing my arbiters. But I had best keep my thoughts such as that here, where no one else knows a tread. I can only hope the tide of war changes and soon. My pupils progress tolerably. Latest experiment period of unsupervised leave at Bastion for a week. 36 at 7:30. Okay. The consul's mustache looks like a breadworm. Disappointed. Should know better than to say that he would easily herd. He's not the only one in need of discipline. Tristan's anger is on a tight leash. His observation acumen is impressive, but he misses the details in high-stress situations. Okay, Virgil, for his part, keeps steady in dire situations, but he lacks iron. There should have been at least 12 executions this week, but Virgil balked each time he was alone. Perhaps you can gain some Tristan's medal, and perhaps Tristan can learn some of Virgil's self-control. Okay.
From that terminal, it sounds as if the Supreme Arbiter had some sort of business with the Consul. To what end, I wonder? The tone of her response seemed relaxed, but I do not believe she would have met with the Consul unless she had no other choice. And that feckless agent. I don't understand his aim or who he would be working for. Only the Consul. But the Protectorate does not ally itself with Sub Rosa.
I'm not gonna choose that. Could the consul have brokered some kind of deal? Seems like he'd have connections.
I couldn't imagine the consul pinning his duties on someone so clearly out of sorts as our recently departed friend. Besides, he has his own agents. Well, at least we found what we needed on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I only hope whatever awaits us at Central Control is less tumultuous. As for Okada, I'm not sure what to think. My decision to allow him to go free was at odds with all I have been taught. He was a traitor and should have died. Yet, I cannot help but feel strangely justified.
Yes. Maybe because death isn't a punishment for entering an abandoned station. Mercy feels better than you thought, huh?
My role does not allow for mercy. I am supposed to uphold the Protectorate's laws. How can I claim thus if I allowed a traitor to go free?
She seems objectively Okada he didn't deserve to die for what he did, and you know it.
Objectively to whom? Damn it. Forget this. Forget it all. I can't allow any specter of doubt to creep into my decisions.
I'm messing with his
this
mind.
Incident as a fluke and move on. Altogether, I think visiting this station was fruitful for my ultimate task. Hopefully, we'll grow ever closer to discovering the Supreme Arbiter's true killer. And, circumstances aside, I appreciate your accompanying me here, Commander. It means much. Now let us return to the incognito and plan out our next steps.
What if the Supreme Arbiter's not dead and is trying to erase evidence so that they can't be tracked down? Because if it's not the consul trying to like delete evidence that he murdered her, I don't see who would be interested in all this stuff. Like perhaps the Sub Rosa people helped the Arbiter escape her death, and then she's in hiding and she contracted the Sub Rosa agents to delete her messages so they could not be used for some reason. But anyways, that's it for this episode. We've hit our 30 minutes. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will hope to see you all in the next episode. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.